Welcome back to our channel. Today we bring you breaking news that has left the entire K-drama world in shock. Park Eun-bin, the beloved actress admired for her pure image and incredible talent, has just revealed live on television that she is pregnant. And what made this revelation even more explosive was Rowoon's reaction, completely stunned and speechless right next to her. In this video, we'll uncover every detail of this emotional moment, the behind-the-scenes atmosphere, and the wild reactions flooding social media right now. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our updates on the hottest stories in K-entertainment. Let's dive right in. The world of Korean entertainment thrives on surprises, but no one could have anticipated the revelation that unfolded before millions of viewers just moments ago. Park Eun-bin, one of Korea's most beloved actresses, known for her pure image, heartfelt acting, and emotional honesty, stunned the nation by announcing her pregnancy live on television. The moment was raw, unfiltered, and so deeply human that the entire studio was plunged into silence. What made it even more explosive was Rowoon's presence, sitting beside her, visibly overwhelmed and unable to hide his shock. This wasn't just another celebrity announcement. It was the kind of revelation that instantly rewrites narratives, shakes fan communities, and ignites waves of speculation across social media platforms worldwide. The program had begun innocently enough, with the hosts asking about Eun-bin's recent projects, her future goals, and how she has been balancing her private and professional life. She smiled the way she always does, with that serene grace that has made her a household name. But as the conversation deepened, her tone shifted, her eyes welled with tears, and her hands trembled slightly as she held the microphone closer. With a voice that cracked under emotion, she uttered words that would become etched in the memory of everyone watching. "I have something very important to share. I'm expecting." The words hung in the air, heavy and electrifying. Rowoon is seated right next to her, froze. His expression, first disbelief, then confusion, and finally a kind of awestruck silence, was broadcast across the nation in real time. Fans who were following the live stream immediately flooded social networks. Within seconds, hashtags began trending worldwide, hashtag Park Eun-bin pregnancy, hashtag Rowoon reaction, and hashtag K-drama real life shock. Millions of fans scrambled to capture and repost the moment, dissecting every gesture, every look between Eun-bin and Rowoon. Was this planned? Was it a confession directed at him? Or was it simply a moment where personal truth could no longer be hidden from the world? Rowoon's presence was the detail that made the announcement far more sensational than it might have been otherwise. The two have been linked repeatedly by fans since their on-screen chemistry first lit up the screen in their hit drama. Audiences adored them as a couple, and rumors of a real-life romance have circulated persistently, though both agencies consistently denied them. And yet, seeing Rowoon sitting there, completely blindsided by Eun-bin's words, sent waves of speculation into overdrive. The idea that fiction might have crossed into reality now seems impossible to dismiss. His body language betrayed everything: the sharp intake of breath, the way his eyes darted toward her as though searching for confirmation, and the way his lips parted but no words came out. The hosts, caught off guard, attempted to soften the atmosphere, but their nervous laughter only highlighted the tension. Park Eun-bin wiped her tears and added, "This was not easy to say, but I believe the truth should be shared with honesty." Her words resonated with the audience because she has built her entire career on authenticity. From her childhood acting days to her award-winning performance in Extraordinary Attorney Woo, Eun-bin has always been admired for never pretending to be someone she is not. Tonight, that honesty reached the peak no one was prepared for. Behind the scenes, production staff whispered frantically into headsets. The program had been scheduled to cover standard entertainment topics, yet now they were holding the scoop of the year. Clips of the broadcast began circulating on YouTube within minutes, drawing millions of views before the show had even ended. Comment sections exploded with divided opinions. Some fans expressed unconditional support, praising Eun-bin for her courage. Others were bewildered, asking for clarification. Who is the father? Why now? And what does Rowoon's reaction really mean? For Rowoon, the moment may prove to be the turning point of his career and his personal life. Known for his charm, tall stature, and impeccable on-screen charisma, he has always maintained a careful distance between his public persona and private life. Yet tonight, that barrier collapsed. His silence spoke louder than words, and viewers interpreted his stunned reaction as evidence of a deeper connection. Fans replayed the footage frame by frame, zooming in on his hands as they clenched, his eyes that softened briefly as though fighting back his own tears. Was this shock? Or was it the weight of a truth he had secretly known but wasn't ready to face publicly? As the broadcast concluded, the internet spiraled into a frenzy of theories. Some argued that Eunbin's pregnancy might not be related to Rowoon at all, that his presence was a cruel coincidence that magnified the drama. Others insisted it was the ultimate proof that the shipped couple had been real all along. Korean forums lit up with heated debates, while international outlets rushed to translate the news for global audiences. Entertainment reporters scrambled for official statements from both Eunbin's and Rowoon's agencies, but as of now, neither has responded. The silence only fuels the mystery further. The timing of Eunbin's announcement raises as many questions as it answers. Was this a spontaneous confession driven by emotion, or was it a carefully chosen moment, meant to reveal the truth on her own terms before the media could twist it into a scandal? If the latter, her bravery is undeniable. Few celebrities have ever dared to unveil such personal news in such a raw, unguarded way, especially in an industry that often demands polished images and scripted lives. Eunbin's choice shattered that mold. Meanwhile, Rowoon's image, caught between shock and vulnerability, has already become a viral meme. Screenshots of his face are being captioned endlessly. When your drama becomes real life, Rowoon.exe has stopped working, and the moment love turns into reality. But beneath the humor lies genuine empathy. Fans recognize that he too was blindsided, and his silence reflects the very human struggle of processing life-altering news in real time with cameras rolling and millions watching. This incident will definitely change the trajectory of both their careers. For Park Eun-bin, the question of how the industry will respond looms large. Will her pregnancy lead to a pause in her acting schedule, or will it mark a new chapter where she redefines what it means to be a leading actress in Korea, balancing motherhood with stardom? For Rowoon, the challenge lies in navigating the tidal wave of speculation without losing the trust of fans. His next move, whether a statement, an interview, or continued silence, will be scrutinized like never before. Yet, beyond the chaos, one undeniable truth emerges. This was a deeply human moment that transcended celebrity. It wasn't about scripted lines or polished appearances. It was about vulnerability, about the courage to share life-changing news in the most unfiltered way possible. That is why the moment resonates so powerfully. It reveals that even the brightest stars live through the same tremors of fear, hope, and love as the rest of us. As the world waits for clarification, the story of Park Eun-bin's revelation and Rowoon's unforgettable reaction has already carved its place in K-entertainment history. Whether this leads to public confirmation of a romance or remains an unresolved mystery, it will be remembered as the night when an actress's tears and a co-star's silence told a story far larger than any drama script. And for the fans who have loved them separately and together, this is the kind of emotional shock that will linger in conversations, headlines, and hearts for years to come. The aftershock of Park Eun-bin's revelation did not end with the cameras switching off. In fact, that was only the beginning. As soon as the live broadcast wrapped up, insiders reported that Rowoon remained seated in silence for several minutes, unable to gather himself. Staff members whispered anxiously, some rushing to console Park Eun-bin, others attempting to usher Rowoon backstage. Those who witnessed the moment firsthand described the atmosphere as unreal, like the climax of a drama unfolding right before them. Backstage sources claimed that Rowoon was pale and visibly shaken, repeatedly asking if Eun-bin was all right. One staff member shared, "He looked like he had been struck by lightning," It wasn't anger, it was shock mixed with concern. He couldn't stop staring at her as if he was trying to understand everything at once. This detail has only intensified speculation that his connection to her is far deeper than either of them has admitted. Meanwhile, online communities exploded into organized chaos. Fans began compiling evidence, connecting dots that they had noticed over the past year. Photographs of Rowoon and Eunbin allegedly spotted at the same restaurants resurfaced. Videos of them exchanging warm glances during press tours were reposted. And even interviews where Rowoon praised Eunbin's sincerity were re-examined in a new light. Every smile, every word, every gesture between them was suddenly imbued with deeper meaning. For some fans, this was proof that love had bloomed behind the cameras. For others, it was fuel for fiery debate. Was this announcement